Well, welcome into the Week 6 edition of Cobb Football Friday. I'm your host, Marietta Daily Journal sports editor John Bednarowski. Once we finish this week, we will be at the midpoint of the season. So what have we learned so far? Well, Harrison quarterback Justin Fields is the real deal. Players like North Cobb's Christian Singleton, Pope's Xavier O'Neal, South Cobb's Bryson Boone, McEachern's Jalen Thornton, and the two-back attack of Tony Mack and Kenyon Brooks are making a name for themselves, and we currently have 4 teams. Walton, Laster, McEachern, and North Cobb in the top 10 of the state's largest classification. With that, we've got a full slate of games, so let's get started here. Harrison at Allatoona, the second edition of the new backyard football rivalry as the Hoyas and number 1 prospect in the country, Justin Fields, heading to the Bucks for a key Region 6A showdown. The last time the Bucks ran up against a premier quarterback, Cartersville's Trevor Lawrence picked them apart. Fields will likely be able to do the same thing. The difference is Allatoona should be able to run the ball, which could keep things interesting, but I'll still take the Hoyas. Cass at Kell. In the past, the one thing the Longhorns have always been able to depend on is their defense. That has not been the case so far this year, and you don't have to go any farther than last week's 58-46 win over Paulding County. Kell's offense, led by Josiah Futrall and Evan Conley, have more than enough firepower to beat Cass, but they're going to need the defense sooner than later. I'll take Kell. Forsyth Central at Kennesaw Mountain. The Mustangs are 3-1 for only the 4th time in their existence. The other 3 years, 2002, 2004, 2008. They've never been 4-1 in the 17-year history of the program. This week, Kennesaw Mountain takes on 0-4 Forsyth Central. The running game of Tony Mack and Keon Brooks has opened the passing game for Jarrett Guest. I like Kennesaw Mountain. Lambert at Wheeler. Wildcats are riding the roller coaster again at 2-2 and still looking for consistency. Until the Wildcats find that consistency, they'll remain going up and down. Lambert is 1-3, but with the 3 losses have come from teams with a combined record of 8-4. Tough one to call, but it's time for the home team to show me something. I'm going to take Wheeler. Laster at South Forsyth. It's a battle of 4-0 teams, and it's hard to get a read on who may have an advantage in this one. With the exception of the Kell game, Laster has destroyed everyone in its path. South Forsyth beat number 2 Roswell to open the season, but the Hornets are 1-2 on the season. South Forsyth's 4-0 have come against teams with a combined 3-11 record. I'll take Laster.
Pinnacle Orthopedics supports Cobb County High School athletics. As an athlete, you put it all on the line each day. Training, skill, and dedication. It is with these same characteristics that Pinnacle puts it all on the line for you, ensuring that you continue to play the game you love. With 27 physicians and 10 locations in Metro Atlanta or here in Cobb County, we are able to maximize results and minimize recovery time. Pinnacle Orthopedics, keeping you at the top of your game.
Campbell at Marietta. The Spartans are 2-2 and have played some good defense this season. How good can Marietta be without Harrison Bailey, who had his arm in a sling on the sideline last Friday? If he doesn't play, the offense struggles. The Blue Devils also haven't found a reliable running game of any kind. This one will be closer than anyone would have imagined, but I'm going to stick with Marietta. Walton at Decula. The Raiders broke into the top 10 of Class 7A this week, and rightfully so. Their offense has run up and down the field all season. Last week, Walton defense came alive and held Wheeler to only 10 points. This week, the Raiders play 1-3 Decula, but that record is a little misleading. Decula has been in all its games against some pretty stiff competition. Walton better bring its A game. I'll take the Raiders. South Cobb at Sprayberry. Both teams come in with 1-3 records and 3-game losing streaks, but the difference is that South Cobb has been competitive in its 3 losses. It's hard to say the same thing about Sprayberry right now. I'll take South Cobb. Pope at North Atlanta. The Greyhounds are coming off their first win of the season, while North Atlanta is coming off its first loss. Pope finally found a running game behind Xavier O'Neal, but the development of the offense is going to take some time. It'll also hit some rough patches. I'm going to take North Atlanta. Camden County at McEachern. The Indians have gotten their offense on track, and the defense may be playing the best football in the state. Jalen Thornton has filled in well for injured Paris Brown and thrived as he's being fed the football. Camden County is not back to what they used to be. I'll take McEachern. Pebblebrook at North Cobb. The Warriors defense got a wake-up call last Friday when East Coweta shocked them with a 36-35 victory. The offense has done its job, averaging 40.5 points per game. Pebblebrook got its second win of the season with a 69-6 win over Berkmar. North Cobb should provide a much sterner test. I'll take North Cobb. South Gwinnett at Hillgrove. After an 0-2 start, the Hawks have started to turn things around and are now looking for their third straight win. Jalen McCullough has returned to being the feature back the last couple of weeks and has put up some big numbers. That could happen again this week. I'll take Hillgrove. Osborne at Douglas. Cardinals take on Douglas this week, and following the game, Osborne will get a much-needed bye. It's been outscored 247-18 in its first 5 games. I'll take Douglas. St. Francis at Walker. The Wolverines put everything together behind quarterback Joseph Vosa's 243 yards rushing last Friday and earned its first win of the season. Now Walker will look for 2 in a row against St. Francis, which would also mean a 2-0 mark in region play. I'll take Walker. North Cobb Christian at Tryon. The Eagles could easily be 3-1 instead of 1-3. KP Pierre is having a solid year at running back, but North Cobb Christian takes a jump in the level of competition on the road this week. I'll take Tryon. Hey, remember to check out CobbFootballFriday.com for our live Friday night scoreboard. And if you're at the game, follow us on Twitter at Cobb Football Friday for all the real-time score updates. Also, pick up a copy of Friday's Marietta Daily Journal for a complete preview coverage of all of this week's games in Cobb Football Friday. Until next time, I'm John Bednarowski. We'll see you at the game.
Hi, I'm Drew Tutton, the General Manager of Ed Bowles Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the #1 Jeep dealer in the entire United States of America. That's something I'm very proud of. I'm also proud to be a sponsor for the schools in the surrounding area.